Namaste and a very warm welcome. Welcome back to our podcast series called Science Behind the Science. We've been having this discussion with Dr. Monica Prabhakar over a lot of issues, especially related to astronomy, astrology. We've been through the mathematics of it all. And last, when we were discussing in the series, is what we're talking about time. And when we start to unravel the various layers of time, a lot comes into the fore. And while we studied the discussion about the date, the how the days are calculated, there is a very important aspect in our culture, which is what we are going to talk about today. And before that, welcome back, Monica.
Thank you, Nidhi. Namaste to everybody, all the audience who have been listening to us with great interest. I hope our journey continues like this and we are capable of giving you more and more interesting information. And basically, the purpose is to get connected strongly with Sanatan Dharma.
Absolutely. So when we're talking about time, Monica, and like I just said, that it's layers and layers of time, and we can go on and on. How are we going to progress into our discussion today, and what is it the next thing that is important for us to make a note of and take it in?
So after discussing the tithis that we have done, the movement of the sun, the movement of the moon, so we have discussed the Saurmas and we've discussed the Chandramas. After knowing the astronomical importance of the year, month and the days, now I think we should be actually discussing the festivals, the main tithis of the year. The main and the important tithis of the years are our festivals. And since the festivals, they are all connected to, again, the movement of the sun and the moon. So it is very important that we continue our journey. So our journey is going to become, more and more beautiful now. It's because festivals are beautiful.
Oh, yes.
And each and every festival that we celebrate in the Hindu Dharma has an astronomical background. There is no festival in our Sanatan Dharma that is celebrated without any reason. There is an astrological or astronomical reason behind it. So that is now our journey from today. We are going to do the festivals of India.
Bharat, very nice.
Actually, the science behind the festivals of India.
More importantly, that's precisely why we want to discuss it, because it's actually hugely scientific.
Yes. So the whole purpose is that nothing is mythology.
Oh, yes.
Everything is scientific. And the main thing is that, again, since we have two luminaries which are, supporting life on Earth, the sun and the moon, the two types of energies. So the whole story is actually alignment of these two energies. So we are, all our festival is going to be, we are in alignment of this energy. The purpose is to make life or the journey of life more effective.
Right.
Whatever we are doing should be, the whole of our life should be more purposeful, more effective. We are trying to get ourselves into right energy at the right time. So the bottom line is alignment with the energy.
Alignment with energy. Precisely why. And I think you've touched a very important point, that the whole purpose of life is moving towards excellence, towards moving towards more productivity, towards more purposeful, being more purposeful. And you rightly said two luminaries, which are not just the luminaries, but they're actually our energy providers, which we have already established in our earlier discussion. And you say that we move from festivals are the main focal points of these energy. Can I use the word confluence, or the way the energy is coming towards on a particular day for that festival to be celebrated?
Yes, you will come to know as we discuss
Right.
how are we trying to, deal with energy. It is dealing with energy. High energy, low energy. So it is dealing with energy.
Very nice. Very
Yes.
nice. So how do we begin to understand the correlation between the sun and the moon as far as our festivals are concerned?
Yes. So broadly, we can say that all the festivals, they are connected basically with the movement of either the sun or the moon.
Nice. Yes.
And the third category also we have where both the sun and the moon are considered. So we have the sun related festivals, category number 1. The category number 2, the moon related festivals, and category number 3, the moon and the sun related together.
Okay.
So let us start a journey basically with the sun related festivals today.
Sure.
तो जो ये sun related festivals हैं, they are called सौर पर्व, सूर्य से related हुए त्योहार, सौर पर्व. And सौर पर्व्स are mentioned directly in the Surya Siddhant.
Yes.
This
What of
information
course.
is from the Surya Siddhant. Basically, Surya Siddhant is being followed by the Americans. They are actually following it for technical purposes. How far are the planets? What is the speed, distance, and all this. But the essence of Surya Siddhant is what Sanatan Dharma is following actually. And the essence, और जिसको कहते हैं रस, जो इसमें रस है ना, वो सनातन धर्म में आपको मिलेगा. और जो ये रस है, यही है हमारे festivals. So very rightly that Sanatan Dharma is basically the way of life. And means it is not, see, with the technical thing, very few people will be able to connect themselves with the technical part. But what have the Indians done here? They have, in the form of celebrating the festivals, what were we doing? So basically what we are doing is we are connecting the masses with the cosmos. Connection of the masses, people with the cosmos, with the energy of the cosmos, is the definition of Indian festivals.
Fantastic. How nicely said. It is actually that.
Yes, yes.
How nicely said.
And you will actually realize it yourself.
Right.
When we do each and every festival one by one.
Mm.
So let us start with the Surya festivals.
Sure.
So to understand the sun-related festivals, we have to first understand there are two basic movements of the sun, which are actually defining the festivals. Again, we have said it in our previous podcast also many times that we are talking about relative motion here. We all are aware, Surya Siddhant is aware of the fact that the sun is stationary, the earth is moving. Again, I would like to repeat here one thing, that we are taking a geocentric approach. Surya Siddhant clearly says that the earth is moving and the sun is stationary in the center, but we are talking about relative motion. Just as if we are sitting in a moving train, we find ourselves stationary and the surroundings to be moving. Similar is the case here. We find ourselves stationary and the whole cosmos moving around us.
Right.
So we will consider the movement of the sun.
Right.
And actually, this is what we can see in the sky. Movement of the sun, we can see daily. And through the year also, we can see the movement of the sun. So this movement of the sun is going to be the background of all the festivals. There are two kinds of movements that have to be considered here. The first kind of movement is the movement in the 12 zodiac signs. So this is what you can see on your screen is the zodiac, जिसको हम कहते हैं सौर मंडल. The zodiac, it is basically we have taken the earth in the center, and there is this sphere, a three-dimensional sphere around the earth, which is called the zodiac. So this zodiac, 360 degrees, this zodiac is divided into 12 parts of 30 degrees each.
Right.
Each of this 30-degree division is called a Rashi.
Right.
Or a sign. So around the earth, this whole space, this is the space around the earth. This space around the earth is divided into 12 zones or 12 signs or 12 rashis.
Correct.
30 degrees each rashi.
Right.
In 1 year, the sun is going to travel this 360 degrees around the earth, traveling 30 degrees in 1 month.
Correct.
30 degrees in 1 month, or one sign or one rashi in 1 month.
1 month. Right.
The second type of movement that we can talk about, that will be the basis of all the festivals, is that now we know that the earth is tilted, 23.5 degree tilted. So basically, it is not the sun is not moving laterally like this. Through its journey, through this journey of it will move slightly northwards. It will slightly move when it is moving from this degree, from the first sign to the fourth sign. When it is making 1/4 of its journey here, it is going to travel a little northwards in the third dimension, northwards. So it is going to travel maximum 23.5 degrees north from the center of the equator.
Right, which is what you had also explained to
Yes.
us earlier.
Yes.
Correct.
So
Correct.
here it is going to, it is going to follow an oval kind of a path. It is
Right.
going to travel northwards 23.5 degrees when it is going to come in the fourth Rashi. And then this is maximum north. And when it is going to come, then it is again going to start coming southwards, and it is going to reach maximum south when it comes to the 10th Rashi.
All right.
In between these two motions, so it's going to come back here like this. So between this maximum north, maximum south, and in between these two, we have these intermediate positions where it is on the equator.
0 and
When
180.
it is in the fourth Rashi, it is on the Tropic of Cancer. When it is in the 10th Rashi, it is in the extreme south Tropic of Capricorn. And during this 6 months journey from Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn, it will move over the equator. And from Capricorn, when it moves from south to north, that is from Capricorn to Cancer, it is again going to cross the equator. So throughout its journey of the 360-degree journey of the sun around the earth, if we start from the equator here, it is going to go maximum north, again on the equator, maximum south, and again back to the 0 degrees.
Correct.
So these are the two types of movements that are going to be the background of all the festivals. So now let us talk about all these signs, the 12 signs or the 12 rashis, one by one. And actually, as we go through each rashi, we are going to talk about the corresponding festivals.
Very nice.
Let us start discussing with the concept of Sangrant, which is also called Sankranti. Sankranti basically comes from the word Sankraman. Sankraman means transition. So it is the sun transitioning from one rashi to the other rashi. Simple. Yes. It is as simple as that. So when the sun is traveling, the sun starts its journey from the first rashi, that is the Mesh rashi. In English, you will call the Aries. So the sun starts its journey from Mesh or Aries. This specific concept has been given in Rig Veda, that when the universe was created, the sun started its journey from the Mesh Rashi. So since it is a sphere, it's a circle, we have to start from some point. So this is the beginning point. Number 1 is the Mesh Rashi. So it is going to start from here and end here. So when the sun starts its journey at 0 degrees, Mesh Rashi, that is celebrated as the Hindu New Year. This new year, 0 degrees, the start of Surya at 0 degrees Mesh Rashi is celebrated as Baisakhi in Punjab, Vishu in Kerala, and Bihu in Assam, and so on. So throughout the year, throughout India, this new year is celebrated on when Surya starts his journey at 0 degrees. Now, there is a point to be noted that will come to the minds of many audiences also, that there is a difference of 15 days, maybe here and there, in celebrating this new year. Now, this concept will be made more clear once we discuss, also start, discussing the movement of the moon simultaneously. So, what we are talking about is the beginning of the Surya Mas, the beginning of the Surya year or the Surya Mas, when we are just concentrating on the movement of the sun and not on the moon.
Correct. So you're
No, but
saying you're
yes,
saying that we can hold this question until we come to the point where we are discussing the solar and the lunar movement
together,
together. Right.
together,
All right.
because many will be it. The sun is for sure in the Mesh Rashi during
Hmm.
this period, the starting of the beginning of the new year, but people will be celebrating it maybe on the day of the Puranmashi.
Okay.
Not exactly when the sun is in the at 0 degrees, but somewhere during this 1 month when the sun, when the moon is, when we are going to have a full moon day or a Puranmashi, the new year will be celebrated. But this is for sure that sun is in the Aries Rashi or the Mesh Rashi.
Okay.
Yes. So this is the beginning of our year, the new year. Since it is the start of the year, the sun is exalted in number one Rashi. Exalted means obviously it is the start of the journey. It is at the highest state of its energy. Exalted means highest energy state. Energy is very high. It is a starting of new life. And what you can imagine here now, this new year, our new year is going to fall somewhere in the mid-April, May, Baisakhi. So this is our new year. And so it is going to be which season? It is going to be spring season.
Springtime.
Spring season means sun has started new journey. Obviously, the plants, everything around you will find new. The leaves are new, the flowers are new, everything is new.
Hmm.
So the journey of the sun has started, and the journey of life has also started here. The third thing that has to be noted here is, what are we celebrating here? What are the Hindus celebrating during this period? We are celebrating our Navratras,
Hmm.
the Chaitra Navratra. Chaitra is the first month. Or it is in terms of sun, it will be called the Mesh month. In terms of moon, the same month is going to be called the Chaitra month. So this Chaitra month is going to be, celebrated in the form of the Chaitra Navratras.
Right.
So we have the Navratras, and it is going to fall in this solar month when the sun is going to be surely in Mesh Rashi.
Hmm.
And it is the Navratras are going to begin when the moon is going to be at full moon. On the day of the Puranmashi, the Navratras are going to start during
Okay.
this 30 degrees journey of the sun.
Right.
During this 30 degrees journey, whenever we are going to have Puranmashi here, the Navratras are going to begin.
Right. So what you've mentioned here, Monica, is that we are speaking about the Aries zodiac, and the sun is just about entered the zodiac of Aries. So it starts at 0 degree, and it will have to cover 30 degrees while in Aries zodiac. And this is the time the sun is at its prime energy in terms of its high energy. And you're saying that the Chaitra Navratras fall in this particular month of when the sun is in the Aries zodiac.
Yes, in this
And
solar month. Yes.
in this solar month, and the Navratri will start from the day when the moon is a full moon within this period of the sun being in Aries.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. All
So
right.
it is springtime, start of new life, start of everything fresh. It is, the air is filled with fresh energy.
Yeah.
I think everybody can realize this.
It's
That
very
there is,
beautiful to note what I just realized also, that there's a certain hedge that we have outside, and all through the winter months it was literally in a limbo. When the hedge was cut last, I think it was October, the new shoots, nothing happened, and suddenly in the last 10 days or so it started to grow and become thick and full. And
yes,
I'm sure this is the experience of everybody around. You can see the shoots sprouting, around us in the trees. And it's exactly now at this time when you're saying the energy of the sun is high.
Yes, yes, sure, sure. So
Very nice.
Navratras, you'll find beautiful new leaves, fresh leaves. You'll find the lotus flowers also.
Yeah.
Wherever there is stagnant water, you'll find lotus leaves sprouting up.
Mm-hmm.
Everything will be connected with this word new.
Mm.
Everything is new around.
Very
Our
nice.
schools, our school also started at this time. Or every new class also starts at this time, springtime. So everything is new here.
Yeah.
So this is that beautiful month of springtime, and
Mm.
Navratras are celebrated. So Navratras, we can talk about a little bit of Navratras here. We are fasting
Okay.
because this is the transition time.
Mm.
Winters are transiting into summers. This is transition time. So our body also is going through this transition. We have to settle down into this transition time. There is a lot of allergy in the body. So we have to, fasting is very, very good during this time of transition.
Mm.
So we allow, fasting means lowering of the body metabolism, lowering of the digestion. So we give the cells of the body a given time to, adjust itself into a new type of a season that is coming up.
Right.
That is the relevance of fasting during this solar month, that is the Mesh solar month from 0 to 30 degrees. So this is exactly the beginning of our new year, the beginning of the solar month, that is the Mesh month. So we are celebrating in the form of New Year, Baisakhi. We are celebrating it this month in the form of the Navratris.
Mm.
We are fasting. We are adjusting to the new environment.
Mm.
The third thing is that I have written the sun is exalted. Astrology says that number one is the position of the exalted sun. Sun is at its peak of energy at number one. So exalted. So a little bit of astrology here. A person who would have sun in number one
Mm.
Rashi, number one, sun in number one Rashi,
Mm.
will have high ego,
High ego.
high status in
Mm.
society,
Mm.
and everything related with the self, the ego.
Mm.
So here, the sun is exalted here, high energy. Now, there is a beautiful festival that is celebrated during this month. That is in Punjab, we celebrate it. That is the when we pray to the Shitla Mata. We have the Bajaras that we call in Punjabi, Basariya we call it. So this is when we make food on Mondays and eat it on the coming Tuesday. We have to eat cold food, basi food, cold food.
Okay.
And on the morning, we know use we offer kachi lassi. Kachi lassi is water mixed with milk,
Buttermilk.
buttermilk, milk that we offer to Shitla Mata. Shitla Mata again, something this that is giving you a sense of coolness.
Mm.
So
Interesting.
we are offering, everybody around is offering kachi lassi to Shitla Mata, taking the blessings of Shitla Mata. What do you think? Can you correlate this?
Yes.
Obviously, because the sun is at such high energy here, we
Yes.
have to calm down that energy also.
In the body.
Yes, in the body, we have to, so offering Kachi Lassi to Shitla Mata is that we are offering Kachi Lassi to Mother Nature so that, the high energy of the sun can be adjusted here.
Very interesting.
Yes. So I'm saying that none of our festival is without any reason.
Mm. So much of thought has been given to all this.
Yes, yes, yes. So this is also that is done in this very month. Offerings to Shitla Mata.
All these things that you're mentioning are very impactful in balancing or aligning the energy of the body and staying in tune with what is coming to us.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Balance. We are creating a perfect balance here.
Interesting. So I also understand that when we are saying the energy is high, and you mentioned the importance of fasting during this time, then also the diet should be simple and simplified, right?
That is why the
Overall.
fasting. That is why fasting.
Yeah, yeah. No, fasting is one period, but overall the diet can also be simple, correct?
Yes. So this is the importance of this first month, that is the Aries month. So I can just repeat, it's New Year celebrations, it is springtime, it is Navratras, and we are giving offerings to Shitla Mata. Yes. And one more thing that I would like to point out here is that what is the importance of giving these offerings here? So when we are giving any type of offering to a particular devata, we are actually increasing the energy of that devata. So this can be there is a beautiful example in our Vedic literature, which is apt here. So we can say that, see, why do you think the head of Lord Brahma was cut? Or why do you think that there is no temple of Brahma here on earth? No, Brahma is actually given no offerings. We do not pray to Lord Brahma. There is no temple. So the main reason, the scientific reason behind this is that Brahma, it has, four heads.
Yes.
4 heads are the significators of the 4 Vedas. All knowledge is coming out of Brahma.
Right.
So there was a point, according to the stories that we hear, there is always a point when ego of Brahma was raised. So when ego of Brahma was raised, this 5th head came up. So it had to be cut off. Why? Because ego and knowledge cannot stay together. Head of Brahma had to be cut off by Shiva, although Shiva had to do a lot of prashchit after that. But this was very important because ego had to be cut down to sustain knowledge. Now, why do you think we do not? So ego. So that main point is that ego of Brahma has to be controlled. It should not rise. So that is the main reason that we do not have many temples of Brahma. Because whenever we are praying to a particular deity, we are increasing its energy. So if everybody starts praying to Brahma, ego will again rise. Knowledge will not be there then. So that is the main reason that we are not praying to Lord Brahma, or there are very few temples of Brahma here. So that is, this is the direct correlation of the point here that I want to make is that whenever we are praying to a deity, we are increasing its power. So here the importance is that we are offering, water and milk to Shitla Mata. So we are increasing the cold energy from our side because we are under the, effect of exalted sun. High energy sun. So just to balance. So this is an act of balance actually.
Yes, makes sense.
This is how beautiful, this is how scientific our religion is.